Hello, YTPC. Joshua Stewart, smoking a pipe up north in the woods. Not in the woods again today, but Monday, April 15th today, tax day. I gotta say, it's the most stressful tax day I think I've ever had. If you watched the video from yesterday, you saw I had to take a break for a while. I was having some trouble getting e-file, which we'll back up a little bit. I tend to be a little bit of a procrastinator, and I usually wait until usually well into April before I get the taxes taken care of. And I didn't get them started until last week. And I was finally at the point where I figured I could probably get them finished up on Friday evening and get them e-filed and stuff. Then, like I mentioned, the in-laws showed up and I had about an hour's worth left that I just had to leave sit. Saturday we were gone all day. Sunday the in-laws were still here till about 8 o'clock Sunday night, last night. And I was finally able to get back on get the taxes finished up. So then finally about 10 o'clock or so, I was ready to do my e-file. I couldn't get it to work. Checked my settings, adjusted my settings, tried it over and over again. And every time I tried it, the debit card got knocked for another $20 for the e-file fee. I bet I probably tried 20 times. And I used different credit cards, debit cards. Never could get it to go through. So I was out here doing the video last night, about 11:30 or so. I finally went back in and kept at it until almost 2 in the morning. I finally gave up for the night. Got up this morning, tried it again, couldn't get it to seem to be working. Checked the Facebook page of the program, and there was a whole bunch of other mad people on there, so I figured it probably wasn't me that was the problem. It was probably the software provider. But they didn't acknowledge that there was a problem. So in the meantime, I'm still trying different things on my end, trying different credit cards for the e-file fee. Actually, let me back up once again. First thing when I got up this morning, I tried my daughter's because we were gonna, since she had just the 1-page state tax form or 2-page, whatever it was, we were just gonna mail it rather than pay the $20 fee to e-file it. So I tried that one, e-filing just the federal without the state, and it went through, and I was excited. It's like, woohoo, this is gonna work. And of course I went and tried mine and it didn't work, and I tried it different credit cards, changing settings on the computer, on the firewall, and texted the boss, told him I was going to be into work late because I had to get this figured out. Finally, about 10:30 this morning, I kind of gave up. Figured it was a problem with the software, not with me. I went to work a couple hours late. And I was checking every so often at work too, and finally the company acknowledged that they had a problem on their end. It wasn't until like, I guess it was probably at lunchtime when I saw that on their, I think it was on their Facebook page or something. Which I don't even do Facebook, but I just went on there and try to view Facebook when you don't have an account. You get all the pop-ups as join Facebook, join Facebook, join Facebook. And I kept checking in every so often. Finally this afternoon they said they got it resolved. So end of the day, got done with work, came home, and boom, 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 e-file's done. So we got our celebratory smoke, celebratory drink. Got in my Kaywoodie. Which one is this? A standard. Got a little 3 Nuns in it. That's kind of my go-to. It was my favorite, but I think it might have got bumped off by a Scudo. Oh, and in the glass, we got a little Elijah Craig. What is that? The small batch 1789 bourbon. I don't drink bourbon very much, so you know it's a little bit of a celebration if I crack out the bourbon. So anyway, we got that out of the way. Finally, I started on it on the taxes back in, I think, middle of March. Then life got busy and I just kind of forgot about it until all of a sudden last week it was crunch time and get it done. And I don't like to cut it that close, but I wasn't planning on cutting it down to the last day. I was planning on filing Friday night, what was that, the 11th or 12th? But then life got in the way, then the website got in the way, so. So anyway, in addition to that, we got a little bit more celebrating to do. I got a little package in the mail today. From a guy that goes by the name Piper Dave 2023. I requested one of his little badge medallions thing for the YTPC Team Freedom. And this feels a little bit heavier than a Team Freedom badge. So we're going to open it up and celebrate freedom. I haven't unsealed it or anything yet, so it might be just a moment here. I've got my suspicions because I've watched a few of these other box openings of these badges, and as Greg from Tunnel Take says, that's some YTPC awesomeness there. That's, oh boy. I see a little badge down there, but there is a little something else. Yo, Team Freedom. All right. We will find a prominent place to display this. I'm kind of wondering if do away with one of these feathers or something. I'm not sure. We'll find something. It's gonna be proud to display that. Thank you, Dave. And we got some, I don't know what it is, but it's a rectangle tin. And usually pretty good stuff is in rectangle tins. Thank you, Dave. Wow. I've never had a chance to get any Sam Gawith stuff. this, I'm excited to try this stuff. Wow. You're awesome, Dave. In spite of all the craziness going on, America's still the best place to live. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Dave, so much. Thank you, everybody, for watching, too. Well, I've actually never had any of the Sam Gawith blends, so I'm excited. Wow. Dave, you're a blessing to this community. I got a feeling that you're a blessing to everybody that you come in contact with, so thank you very much. Wow. So yeah, I'm assuming everybody's watches Dave's channel. If not, Piper Dave 2023. I think we can all learn a thing or two from him. So, quite a celebration. After all the frustrations, this is a good way to finish up the day. Can't wait to try this stuff. So, I thought there was something else I was planning on talking about. I don't make any notes or anything. I know some guys have notes that they follow for what they're going to talk about. But I usually only make just one or two mental notes, and sometimes not even that. I turn the camera on, I got no idea what I'm going to talk about. But today I knew I was going to talk about the whole rigmarole with the taxes. I went on Facebook, some of those comments. This is the last time I'm ever going to use this brand of tax software. Other than this little hiccup, I've had pretty good luck with them, and the only thing I wish that they would have done is responded publicly earlier that they were aware of the situation and how long they expected it to be to get it taken care of. So that was my biggest frustration with the situation. And a lot of the commenters on some of those Facebook posts that they had to print it out and mail it, and it was hard to do when they were already at work and or whatever weird situations. And I guess that was the reason why I finally gave up at 10:30 this morning and went to work, was because I knew that there was other options out there. Mailing was the last resort. but the IRS website itself does have some sort of e-file tool. So I would have probably just had to copy and paste all my information from my regular returns onto the IRS version of the e-file thing. Which I think it said my whole return was like 40 pages, which, you know, probably 75% of them were basically blank pages, but they were still pages that needed to get filed. So, yeah, anyway, happy tax day. Oh, and might as well include this too. I didn't have to pay in because I overpaid throughout the year, so I'm getting just a little bit back. So, kind of excited about that I didn't have to pay in, but at the same time, gave the government a fair amount of my money as an interest-free loan for the year, so still kind of go back and forth on that. Do you use it as a savings account to get a windfall of a little bit of cash once a year, or just use the money as you need it throughout the year? Well, anyway, we're running a little long again. A lot of these have been running long. Got to try to get these back down to that 10-minute that I like, because say I try to make videos like ones that I would want to watch, and I guess I generally prefer the 10-minute and under ones when I'm looking through different videos to watch. So, you know, I'll watch a half-hour, 45-minute one sometimes too, but and if they are a little bit longer, I always bump up the speed, and it doesn't bother me if you bump it up to 1.5 times speed or whatever, because sometimes I tend to talk kind of slow anyway, so if you bump it up, it might be more of a normal talking speed. So we'll wrap it up here. Once again, happy tax day. Thank you, Dave. Piper Dave 2023. Go Team Freedom. Thanks. Have a good day.